everybody, I'm Beebs Kelley. Welcome back to another video. Today we are taking a look at Meghan Markle's fashions on her little Canada trip she took with Prince Harry for the Invictus Games 1 Year to Go training camp. If you missed the video in which we discussed the drama surrounding that trip, I will link it for you here and or at the end of the video if I can. But we saw a few notable changes to Meghan's appearance, which we're going to get into today. The first outing they had, she wore this Victoria Beckham top, black beanie, Calvin Klein puffer coat, white jeans, and big chunky snow boots. She was going from black to cream to white to light beige to various shades of brown and tan in the boots to create a very disjointed and mismatched complete look. This one was not so great. I thought that the puffer coat was good and a practical choice, and having neutrals for your outerwear like this, especially like a big puffer coat, is smart. You want it to go with as many things as possible, so that makes sense. I think that the coat itself was great, and it looks nice and cozy. I do think that the cream top, the stark white jeans, which look a tad too tight, and then the boots were just not a good combination. I think that brown jeans would have actually really looked nice. It would have flowed into those boots really gracefully and smoothly. It would have looked way better, and it would have complemented the cream and pale beige coat much better than these stark bright white jeans. They were not a good choice. It's just too far off of a match from the coat and top, so the jeans just look really out of place. But here we had the debut of this change to her makeup look. She has much fuller eyebrows here. Now, she has tried it out a little bit before, like the Jamaica premiere of that One Love movie. Her eyebrows were a little bit thicker on that day. Here, they're very much more thick than she had previously been doing. And I think that the fuller eyebrows is smart because she does have pretty small eyes. Like the actual opening of her eyelids for her eyes is pretty small. So to have a slightly heavier brow actually helps the eye area look a little bit more balanced on the face. But there's still way too much highlighter happening. So, I mean, her makeup's not perfect, but I do think that the eyebrows were an improvement. To the gala on one of the last appearances, I think it was the last day, she wore a Greta Constantine dress. It was an army green dress that had a couple of things going for it and a few things that were just not the best for the MEG specifically. But let's start with the good. It is designed to have some gathering across the hip area and upper thigh area, which adds a little bit of visual weight, which really helps Meghan Markle's narrower hips look in better proportion and balance to her broader shoulders. So that was actually really helpful to her. It's also all one color, which helps her too. It's elongating, it's slenderizing, it just looks more streamlined and polished when you do something that's all one color, so that was also a good option. However, this folded asymmetrical shoulder panel is a little too heavy. It does draw the eye to her exposed shoulder, and it creates a widening effect across the entire upper body area in general. I think that given the time of year, the weather, the event at hand, the location that she was in, a long sleeve option would have been much better. It would have made more sense, it would have been warmer, and it would have just looked a little bit better in this setting. But regardless of that, the asymmetry across the top with just one shoulder exposed would have been much more successful if the flap were not so long and dramatic and chunky. The fold just takes up so much of her upper body and widens the entire area that the fold is present. So if it were just less long, if it were just shorter, the asymmetry could have actually slenderized her shoulder line, but this approach ended up widening the entire area instead. So that was unfortunate, but she does have a side part, so we have that going for us. By far the worst outfit of the trip was this St. Taylor cape, shawl, collar, and belt. That is what it's called on the website. Cape, shawl, collar, and belt. Nothing matches here. The gloves clash terribly with the coat. The coat is so messy and sloppy, and it's just all wrong for her proportions on top of it. It further accentuates her top-heavy look. I just can't fathom why she put this outfit together. Cream-colored jeans, maybe brown jeans if they were the right shade for the camel-colored cape, shawl, collar, and belt. Brown boots with cream-colored jeans could have helped. But no matter any of those improvements that we could have done with the lower body, the gloves clash horribly with the camel poncho. I'm calling it a poncho because that's what it is. It's a poncho, a belted poncho. So the gloves are just totally wrong. They're like an olive taupe, and then like kind of cool toned, and then the poncho is like very warm toned camel. So this is just not working. They look so gross together. Why'd she do that? We have the side part, good success there. The jewelry seems fine in and of itself, but in this setting, it's out of place. In fact, the whole look is out of place here. Look at the other people here. They're wearing sneakers. They're wearing some nicer stuff, but it's still like casual. It's like a business casual type thing, and she's out there trying to look fancy. It's just not working. She ends up looking like a complete snob dressed like this in this setting. It's once again out of touch and disconnected from the event altogether. She looks very out of place. I'm very much driven crazy by the mismatched gloves and poncho, but I think that if she had something lighter, like, because black is slenderizing, under this too big poncho top, having black boots and black jeans makes your legs look even thinner than they are. She needed the opposite to happen. She needed light colored bottoms and boots to give a little degree of balance to that top. But regardless, this poncho thing is not a good choice for her at all. I think she would have looked much more seamlessly part of the group had she just kept on this next outfit at the curling training event here, which was a puffer jacket, jeans, and boots. Like, if she would have just had that on in the curling thing, she would have looked normal and like part of the group, but instead she tried to dress fancy for this. It was just not the venue for it. Once again, we have too much highlighter in this look, and it's a fairly mismatched outfit, but it's better than some of the other ones she had on. This would have looked much better with dark blue jeans that were similar in tone to her scarf and hat as compared to these black jeans, which are very out of place and don't match anything. There's also one too many textures going on between the shiny gloves, the hat and scarf, the puffer coat, the jeans, and the boots. There's just a lot happening. It's just a little too mismatched. So I think if the gloves weren't shiny, or if just like I said, the jeans were blue as well, then it would have come across as more of a tonal outfit, and that would have been much more successful. So if we're like just looking from an outfit perspective, for most people, we wouldn't think twice, because you're not going to go out and buy a different coat for every different outfit of pants that you have on or things like that, or different boots for every different outfit. But we know Meghan spends thousands and thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions on her wardrobe. So why she doesn't go the extra mile to make it cohesive is beyond me. Now here, this was probably the best outfit from the trip, though the jeans still look a little too high-rise here. If she had opted for low-rise jeans, it would have perfectly balanced her short torso. Her proportions would have looked so much better if she had gone for low-rise jeans. Overall, it's a much more cohesive look than the others, despite this hilariously messy popped collar of her coat. The length of the coat and the height of the boots look really nicely together, so overall, this one I would say was the best of the bunch. But once again, we have Meghan Markle plodding along, flashing her jewelry and her expensive clothes, rather than wearing some Invictus gear, and truly promoting the brand and the organization the way that she should. Why does that matter? Because when a news report or an article is putting out a story about this event and they have her picture up, had she been wearing an Invictus hat, an Invictus vest, an Invictus, fleece, like just something from Invictus, it would have had that logo clearly visible on wherever it was, whatever garment she had it on, which would be great publicity for Invictus, which they desperately need at the moment. Which is why you see like Prince William wearing the big issue hat and vest when he's out there to support the big issue. Or you see Catherine wearing the organization's polo shirt when she's out there engaging with the organization on a visit. Because it's one of the easiest ways to actually shine a light on an organization, because we know that the news outlets or reporters or even on YouTube, people are going to use pictures from this event to discuss what happened, to discuss the outfits, to discuss the event itself, and to discuss the organization. If you have the logo on you, though, it's more visual branding out there. It's almost like advertisement for that organization. It gets it out there more, it makes it more recognizable to people, and it's good publicity for the organization. So by not wearing the Invictus gear, that opportunity is completely missed. And anytime people are talking about it, we have pictures of Meghan and Harry there, we have pictures of the event itself, but we don't have that branding presence. So it's just taking away, it's just a missed opportunity for Invictus itself to get the publicity that they so desperately need right now. So why does she refuse to do this? I don't know, one could infer that she doesn't actually care to draw attention to Invictus whatsoever. She cares about having 6 or more outfit changes across a 2 to 3 day event. That's what she actually cares about. But let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I hope you have a happy day ahead, and I will see you next time. Bye!